Hey guys, so I got some bad news and I got some good news. You can see here's my shaman Marlak, and you can tell that he's naked now. He died. His hardcore version died. Um, and it was so crazy. It was a spot I had been leveling up already for like, I don't know, 55% of a level solo. And I was killing these large rattlesnakes in Northern Row, and I was really just like, I want to push to get level 9 because I was level 8. So that next time we're in the group, I've got Sal, and then we'll be set. We'll probably be set. Anyway, 10% before I dinged, these snakes, I was killing them, and they were having trouble bringing me below even 80% HP. Just like easy kills. And then um, I was by the ocean in Row, and I switched over to the tunnel side, and I'm pulling the same mobs, but maybe for some reason they're harder over there. Maybe they're higher level. Maybe just this one was a higher level. I don't know. But I got one, and he was able to get me down to like 50%, and he was still at like 22%, still attacking me, when another one snuck up and added on. So I'm at like 50 or 48% mana, and I'm like, alright, better run. So I start running, and they didn't hit me again, but his poison got me down to 18% HP, and once I ticked below 20% HP, my run speed decreased. Both the snakes started beating on me, and I was in the tunnel almost zoning into East Commons from Row when I died. Now, Turpentine and I, we talked about it, and we feel like, the hardcore challenge, it just doesn't really seem worth it. It's not as exciting as we thought it might be. I mean, it has some excitement, but it's not as exciting as we thought it might be. And also, we got this whole group of guys. Um, we want to have. It would be more fun to be doing cool stuff. But if we're doing hardcore, we're probably going to be too scared to do much other than find some blue mobs and grind them out in an open zone or near a zone line somewhere. We aren't going to be dungeon crawling and whatnot. And furthermore, people are going to die, obviously. We've already had 5 deaths and we're not even level 10 yet, right? And yeah, maybe when we're higher it'll get easier not to die, but also the cost of dying will be so extreme. So when people die, they're going to not be able to participate in the group anymore. They're going to, if they even continue to play at all, they're going to have to start again from level 1. So what we're thinking is we're going to transition over to self-found. Turpentine, who in hardcore was the mage Kilowatt, and I were talking about this. Like, even before I died, I was feeling like, I kind of wish we did self-found. You still get a good deal of difficulty because you're not twinked at all. You even have to be choosy about which spells you buy. The items that drop off mobs, even trash mobs, all the trash you're interested in because you're trying to make money, and the items that drop throughout the game that most people skip are going to be of interest to us. There's like gear, even just a couple of stats is going to feel so exciting. And whereas like on another in normal mode, you would just save a bunch of money and buy it at the tunnel, buy something like way better at the tunnel, and you skip like tons of gear on the way up through EverQuest. Tons of lower level gear people never even see because they just save some plat and they go way up to items that they would never loot at their level. So I think this is going to be fun. Also, since we do have this group of guys, right? I think it's really a good idea to encourage us to crawl dungeons together. And since we're doing solo self-found, people are going to be looking up on P99 Wiki, or I know I will be, like, ooh, what gear should I get for this slot? And, oh, there's a dungeon, like Runny Eye is kind of a low-level dungeon. It's like level 8 to level 16 or something. And maybe there's something that drops in there that one of us wants. So they tell the group, and we're all like, all right, we're all going to Runny Eye today. And it'll be challenging because we're all under-geared, right? It'll feel more appropriate. We'll really need to rely on the group dynamics a lot more. The tank's really going to need heals, and everybody's really going to need that tank to keep aggro. And We're gonna melee can't carry the group with their DPS, you know, because they got normal weapons instead of some like level 40 or level 30 characters' weapons. So I really think it's gonna be cool. Anyway, I've started Marlek again. He's not hardcore anymore. I deleted the hardcore version and started him afresh. And he's not even flagged as self-found because we don't want to flag as self-found since that would prevent us from being able to trade even with each other. And I'm thinking since we're doing a group of, kind of like a group of friends, sort of. I mean, a lot of us didn't know each other until this, but still, we're friends, right? Since we're doing a group of friends kind of thing, I want us to be able to trade with each other, you know? Like if we, for example, if one of us becomes a tailor, he can tailor cloth for all of the casters in the group, right? If one of us becomes a blacksmith, he can make banded for everybody in the group. Kind of like this. I want that to be a possibility. So we're not gonna officially enroll as a solo self-found. What we're gonna do is we're just going to do an honor system. But aside from being able to our solo self-found characters being able to trade gear, share loot, and make things for each other, we are going to be doing self-found. So no plat. Nobody's giving anybody any plat. You know what I mean? So yeah, we're going to try to make it as real as possible. I wish there were a vendor here near the entrance to Grob, but there isn't. So I've got to go sell. Does she trade? No. So anyway, I was thinking these self-found characters, they can play with the hardcore characters. They're gonna be, I'm rolling the same character. It's just kind of like he's now self-found. I was kind of thinking it could be like an addendum or an amendment to the hardcore. Like you do hardcore as far as you can. Once your character fails in hardcore, you restart him as a self-found. And also, Turpentine offered to do this, and I think it's a good idea because a lot of us, we don't have so much time. So also, when you do that, druids will buff you up to wherever it is you were. Like if you died at level 8, druids buff you up to level 8. Now I asked to not get, if you see I have the buffs right now, but I didn't want to get thorns because I wanted to skill up as I go. And yeah, but try to help us catch up so that we can continue to participate with the hardcore characters that are still going. We don't just want to leave them behind and be like, hey, we're doing solo self-found now, you know, even though we just talked them into doing hardcore. Don't want to do that. Oh, I didn't sell the froglock tadpole eye. I'm going to pause for a second and look up if any of this stuff is worth anything for quests. Okay, well, at least the froglock tadpole eye is not worth anything quest-wise. So we're going to sell it. But I'm going to keep looking up some of the stuff that I find dropping here. And see if I can't find something worth keeping. Of course, first goal has got to be getting a bag. Because this sucks. So we got 1.5 gold. I think we're going to need like 5 gold to get a bag. So maybe we have to be a little bit more picky about our mobs. I'm thinking we're going to go for the snakes, because most of what they drop is stackable. So we can get an entire stack of snake fangs, an entire stack of snake eggs. Right? We're going to go for snakes and skeletons, predominantly. So anyway, you guys, that's where we're at right now. Starting a solo self-found. And I'm really excited about it, because there's a lot of dungeons that I never went in. For example, on P99 Blue, I was leveling a druid, halfling, and you start out in Misty Thicket, right? And if you go across the zone from Rivervale, the Rivervale zone line, you find Runny Eye. It's like a goblin dungeon, and I've never really done that place. Um, and there's a bunch of others. Befallen, I've never really crawled through very much. So, there's plenty more I don't even know of, because when you're like, if you don't do self-found, you're like, well, I'll just save up some money and then I'll go to the tunnel and then I'll buy this and I'll buy that. And you're buying gear that's probably at least level 20 to like acquire that gear. You know what I mean? Probably at least around level 20 gear. And you're just picking it up, no problem. So I'm looking forward to self-found. It's going to bring us, first off, again, we're going to be able to do fun things because we're not going to be as scared of dying, right? But there's still going to be a level of difficulty because we're not twinked at all. And then second, we're going to be able to explore a lot of content, and we're going to have reason to. We're not just be like, hey, let's go check this place out. We're going to be like looking things up on the wiki and being like, okay, I want this piece is gettable. Like, we could get this at our level right now, and this would be a cool upgrade for me in this slot or something. And then maybe other people are like, huh, well, let me look up that zone. Let's say it is Runny Eye, for example. Let me look at Runny Eye on P99. It'll also tell you all the items that drop there. And you could be like, oh, I want this. Who does that drop off of? And everybody kind of tries to, oh, ding, level 2. Rock on. And so everybody kind of tries to, you know, tries to find the things that they want. And then we all go there together and we dungeon crawl to the places we need to go to, kill the names we need to kill to get that gear that we're after. I think that's just a really cool idea, actually. So we dinged 2 pretty quick, but it's obviously slowing down now. I mean, I just killed a blue and I got 1%. So, I mean, you can kill them relatively quick. But maybe I should be looking for level 2s. But we still want to kill as many snakes as we can, because we need some money. We got spells we didn't get. Burst of Fire. We haven't gotten Burst of Fire yet. We need a backpack. Burst of Fire would be nice, so we could start leveling up our conjure rate, or our evocation, and we could also be, what's it called? Pulling without having to run up to the mob. Right now we have Sow, so it doesn't feel so bad. But we won't always have Sow. Now, interesting thing about this zone is that I haven't found any cloth armor on, say, oh, the skins I think are for a quest. I haven't found any cloth armor on the skeletons, but I have found some on the tadpoles, because they need cloth armor, you know what I mean? Look at that. That guy dropped double, like everything. Now, apparently these guys are not social aggro, which is good. I thought about, you know, choosing my class and everything, but that would be like starting a new series, and I kind of want this to be an addendum to the hardcore. We continue to play with the hardcore characters, and so, and I really like Shaman. I do. I've been wanting to. Shaman's one of the classes that I think are really cool, and I've wanted to play, but I just haven't yet. Not really. So this is perfect for me. So the problem we're having, and we're probably all going to have this on self-found, is that our defense is not going up, and that's because our AC is too low, because we have no gear. We've gotten offense almost capped, but we haven't seen a single defense level up yet. So we got to get our backpack so we can carry more stuff, and then right away we got to start getting more gear. I think we should start hunting more tadpoles. As you saw, we just got a shoulder piece. That'll help. Every little bit of AC that we get increases the chance for a successful defense roll. Anyway, this is just the level 1 grind. I didn't want to get into it too much with you guys. Just kind of wanted to give you an update, let you know where this series is headed. I apologize. I'm sure some of you were as excited as I was about the hardcore thing. But I think one of the things was, I was thinking it's hardcore. When you die once, you're done. And then just knowing that is going to be so exciting. Kind of like when I first tried P99 after coming from TLP. I was like, oh my gosh, there's no maps. If I die, I have to recover my corpse. Oh, this is way more exciting world because of those things, right? I was thinking it would be like that, like tenfold. But it wasn't. It ended up being like that, like twofold. Like, the punishment is so extreme, it goes beyond any ability to appreciate or derive excitement from it. You know what I mean? So, and I was thinking, I might be happy to continue to try hardcore, but if I do, it's gonna be solo. Because trying to keep up with people and even playing with people, it doesn't mesh well with hardcore. Trying to keep up with people means you end up taking more risks and probably dying. Feeling kind of rushed, like you're kind of on a schedule. And also playing with people, like you play with people but you just do boring stuff. Like, I mean, I had a lot of fun with the hardcore group. It was really fun. But it's because we were hanging out talking. It wasn't so fun because we were doing amazing stuff. You know what I mean? Like, I was thinking we should probably go on Befallen. We're level 8, level 9. We could try Befallen, but we probably wouldn't have even tried that. We would have been a little too afraid of that, So, I felt like I should do another hardcore character because I was the one who instigated this idea, and then I just kind of quit after my first death. And there was a part of me that was like, you can't just do that, But then again, at the same time, I was like, this, I think, is actually the right thing for us to do. I think we're going to have more fun this way, doing self-found instead of hardcore. So I'll proceed from shame, as the Nirvana song goes. I'll take all the blame. I'll proceed from shame. But I hope I don't seem too flaky. But it's kind of, even like I said, even before I died, I was thinking self-found would be better. So it's easier to make a change like this now than later, obviously. So this is the direction I'm steering it. But I totally encourage the hardcore players to continue to see how far they can go together, and hopefully with us. I mean, it might take me a while to catch up to them, but if I prioritize this guy, it'll happen, and then I can continue to play with them. The problem is, if they continue to do hardcore for a while, then we're gonna be out of sync again. But that's where, that guy would probably kill me. Yes, he would. Wow. Right next to where we spawn is a red that wants to kill us. Okay. See, here's a weapon I won't be able to use. A mob I couldn't target. See, this is kind of, I feel like this gives a very cool experience of the game, because I'm like, what did they drop? I need it all. I need it all. Even like the stuff that, when we were doing it before, we were giving our characters plat, we were giving our characters buffs, as we still are, kind of, We're giving them plat and gear, and we're like, just kill them and run on. But solo self-found, you're like, I got spells I'm already behind on. There are other level 1 spells I don't have yet. You know what I mean? Anyway, this is supposed to be a short session. I woke up early this morning. Oh, we got our first defense level up. Yay. I woke up early this morning, and I want to check the Discord, see what the guys said. And so far, it seems like, the guys are like, oh man, sorry you died. And they're kind of like, yeah, but, that sounds good. We'll join you on hardcore. So I'm glad of that. I was a little worried they'd be like, oh man, you just die, and then you, like, quit the challenge. And you know, if I was really in, if it was hitting the spot I thought it would hit, I would not quit. And if they were like, if they said that, I would probably be like, all right, I'll do it again. I'll roll it again. But it would be slightly reluctant, slightly out of obligation, not out of like, all right, gonna try again, you know? Because like I said, it just, even when I was alive, I was like, this is not as exciting as I thought it would be. And that coupled with some of the ways it holds us back as a group from doing fun things, being hardcore, I'm happy with my decision. I think once we get going, once we get the group reformed in Self-Found, I think they will be happy too. And I say that, you know, we'll continue with the hardcore, we'll just join them with our Self-Found characters, but I'm really kind of hoping that they just switch, because if they last a while, right? Let's say we get to like even level 12 or 15, and we're in Self-Found, like we want to go to a dungeon to get some piece of gear. The hardcore are gonna be like, I don't want to die, right? And rightfully so. Rightfully so. So we got like almost a stack of stuff. And we managed to get 4 gold. We still don't have enough for a backpack, that's for sure. So we're gonna have to do this again. And I'm gonna check to see if these froglock tadpole fleshes are of any value. I'll be right back. Okay, apparently there is a quest in the ogre city of Ogok that we would have trouble getting to that would give me my spell Burst of Flame. But here in this, ooh, brute chopper. Wow, okay. But here in this zone, the quest is like for Shadow Knights, and it gives you a 2-handed axe. And what you need are, you need to have 2 fleshes and 1 froglock meat. And then you give that and you get this axe. And it says it's a level 1 quest, that's the minimum level, but I'm pretty sure we're only getting froglock flesh off of froglocks. And I think they're like level 3, level 4, so we're not going to be able to take them on yet. But we can still hold on, stack them up, so then we'll have, when the time comes and we can turn it in, can get that flesh. Hopefully we have a lot. And get a bunch of XP that way. I don't know how much XP it's going to give, but we'll also get axes, but we could probably sell for some money. So, yeah. I'll try to give you some third-person action shots here, even though it's a little awkward with targeting and character control. So I have a feeling that Wolfdar wants to keep going, because I could tell he was having a lot of fun with the challenge. And his character is doing well, is geared. He just got level 9 on his Shadow Knight, so he's got his spells. So we'll catch up to him. But I mean, a tank is going to be pretty scared to go in a dungeon. But you know, it's okay if we have 3 or 4 self-found guys, we can do the dungeon crawl thing, the hardcore character without the hardcore characters at some point. And then we could still all play together in an outdoor zone, grinding XP, chatting and talking. So that's the plan, guys. I'm sorry if you were really looking forward to seeing the hardcore series go further. But I think this will be just as fun. Because a lot of us are talking, and we were just having fun playing with each other, more so. You know? Alright, we got a rusty dagger. Look at that, our inventory's already full. We really need a bag, but I don't know where they would drop. I mean, it's almost worth spending some money and getting like a cheap, small bag, not a backpack. You know, it's probably cheaper. Could afford it now, probably. But I'm still just gonna try to slaughter predominantly snakes, and of course tadpoles if I see them, because I'm stacking their stuff. And skeletons, even though the skeletons kind of drive me crazy because they drop other stuff I'd like to pick up. I am working on a stack of bone chips. So I should do that. And I should see if there's a bone chip quest here in Grob. can get some XP that way. Look at me saying I'm going for snakes, and I skipped 2 of them to go after this skeleton. Even though we're only getting like 1 XP per kill, the kills are so fast. You know, it's still quick. There's nice mob density in this zone. I feel like the loot's been altered on this server, but I could be wrong. Because they're often double dropping. Like if you kill like a cat in the common lands or a bear, you'll see sometimes they'll drop like a quality pelt and a ruined pelt. And I don't remember that. I remember on P99 it's like you get 1 pelt. The pelt might be ruined or it might be of some quality. But you're only getting 1 pelt off of 1 animal, which kind of makes sense, right? Oh, here goes Spirit of Wolf. It's dropping. So 1 hand offense is capped. 1 hand blunt's getting there. But defense I think is still at level 1. And again, that's because we have no gear. So for those who are struggling with the defense, there's a direct correlation between how much AC you have and the chances of a successful defense roll, which is what gives you a level up. So for example, if I had twinked this guy out and banded, I would probably have a few levels, might even be capped on defense right now. Instead, defense has only gone up 1 level. Wow, that sowlessness is slow. Well, we just gotta make it to level 9 1 more time, and then we'll have Sal. The person I feel the worst about is Wolftor or Swifty, because we were doing a nice duo, and we were having fun together hardcore. And he gave me all this gear and money and the ebony spear, and I hate to just... And then he died twice, and he rejoined for me. And I would rejoin and probably do better the second time around, right? Be more careful. But I was just thinking, like, we got this group of guys together, and it's really cool to have a whole group of guys that are kind of like friends on Discord. And I really think later down the road, it's going to be more fun doing stuff without having to worry about hardcore death. So I hope you can understand, Wolfdar. It's not just because I didn't want to level up again. See, a splintering club might give us like a couple of 4 and 28, 4 and 30. So that's actually an upgrade for us. Slight upgrade. A little less delay. We'll take it. But I was thinking I should sell it. I think it would give us some gold. I don't know why. Let's see, there's some cloth pants. Very nice. I don't know why the tadpoles continue to run, even though they've got 25% HP. Seems like most mobs, when they regenerate back to above 20%, they stop running and they fight you again. But whatever. Maybe it's a certain number of hit points. Maybe that's what it is. Oh, we're not actually capped on offense because I just saw 1 hand blunt go up to 11. So that means our cap is 15 right now, not 10. But yeah, 1 hand blunt's doing pretty good, but it seems like we're going to be switching to piercing, right? Maybe I should take this rusty dagger 3 and 24 versus 4 and 28. Maybe I should put the rusty dagger to use. Start leveling up piercing now. I mean, if that's going to be predominantly what we're doing, you know? Let's put it in our hand. See how... Oh, we cannot equip this item? Our class cannot equip the dagger. Okay, we can only equip spears. That's why you don't see shamans running around with daggers. Okay, that makes sense. That's why they always use spears. I just thought because it's piercing. You know, piercing's piercing. Apparently not. We're already halfway through this level, and hopefully we have enough for a backpack on the next run. That'll really open up our options. We'll start bringing back a lot more loot. Oh. It's going to be a short session this morning, but I'm going to try to get on throughout the day and keep grinding on this guy. Try to get him caught up to... I really want to catch up to Swifty, so even though he's still hardcore, I can play with him, heal him, grind with him. You know, even if I'm lower than him, as long as I get within XP range, that's probably like level 5 or level 6, if he's level 9, then I can heal him and get XP. I'm worried that if he does too well from here on out, if he dies at, say, like level 18, he might not join the self-found challenge. That's my worry. But, oh well. So the hardcore group has, I think, 7 people who have started. We got myself, we got Wolfdar on his SK, we got Tom Bomb on his Tomcore Human Monk, we've got Turpentine on his Kilowatt Mage, we've got my friend Genly on his Cleric, although he might not be able to play very often. Maybe, maybe not. And, well, hopefully not, since apparently our big session's usually when he's working. Though hopefully he comes on when he can, and we can still play together, even when we don't have the whole group. Got Genly on his Cleric, and who else am I forgetting? I think I'm forgetting somebody. Oh yeah, we got Classic joined now. He started, if you guys watch Classic's videos, he started a Druid. I think the Druid was level 4 last I checked, although he might have pushed it since then. I just sent him a message about our plans. So I think we got like 7 people. So Friday is good for a lot of them, but not for a couple of them. Sunday is some of the people who can't play Friday, they can play Sunday. Some of the people that can play Friday cannot play Sunday. So it might end up being kind of like a 2-session thing with certain players not there on one session and there on the other one, which is perfect. So if we got 7, and let's say we get 5 to show up, you know, to each 4 or 5 to show up as a group each time we group up. That's pretty cool. So I'm just going to kill some snakes, finish off these stacks, which are getting kind of close. Almost done. The snake skins are getting really close. And then we will head back and sell, and we'll see if we can get a backpack. Alright, so I have some good news. I was just looking up the items that I've been looting, right? To see if any of them are for quests, and we found a shaman quest for the snake scales. So I have a whole stack of snake scales, and I have 9 bone chips. I can give 2 snake scales and 1 bone chip to my shaman guildmaster, and she will give me the spell Burst of Flame, experience, and maybe some coin, which is awesome. So since we got 1 stack of snake skins, we're looking for bone chips, and I think I might trash this dagger to allow me to pick up more snake skins now that we have a quest. If we can get 2 stacks of snake skins and a whole stack of bone chips, then we'd really be set. So this is what I'm talking about. Like self-found encourages you to really take a look at every item that you come across in the game, see if it can be of any particular value to you. Which is really cool, I think. And hopefully this quest also gives some coin. Let me see. No, it looks like no coin, just the spell. But the spell itself, we're going to get multiple copies, which we can sell. Should be able to buy a backpack. Hopefully, well, now that we're going to use most of our resources in the quest, we're probably not going to have enough money for a backpack. But we can, there's a vendor right next to her, so when we fill up the few slots in our inventory that we have, we can, this guy should drop some coins. We can just go sell to that vendor and come back to her and turn in more. And then we should walk out of there, walk out of the Shaman Guild area with plenty of money to buy a bag and maybe two. I mean, we got such high strength. We should get as many bags as we can, so then we come out here and we grind. We don't have to go back for a while. Maybe just two is fine. Three? Why not three? But I'm tempted to save the money for spells. So I'm going to pause it for now while we continue to kill snakes and skeletons, and then we're going to go turn in some quests. Alright, I just killed a froglock tadpole, and I got this netted shirt. So we just got an AC upgrade there. Thought I'd show that. It's pretty cool. Now I'm wondering, defense just went up to 2. It's been going up really slow, considering how much melee I'm doing. But I remember that I had the druid buff, skin like nature, so I'm wondering, does that AC help? Because imagine not having that buff, you know? Anyway, gonna pause it again. We're still grinding it out here, but I also wanted to share a couple more thoughts that just occurred to me. Another reason to not do hardcore at this point is because I have limited time. Like right now I'm on a holiday, so I'm going to be able to put in extra time, but usually I have very limited time. And it feels to me, Turpentine and I were discussing this last night, it feels to me like leveling is even slower on this server than it is on P99. I was speculating that that's because they took some of the XP required to finish hell levels and they kind of like flatten it out across all levels, and so that's why the early levels feel slower than they would on P99 or other servers, because they actually require more XP, because some, not all, but some of the XP requirement for those levels has been pumped, for those hell levels has been pumped into these lower levels. So it just takes like a while, you know, and I don't have that kind of time to reinvest every time I die, you know? Just don't have the time for that. I even said at the beginning, before we started our hardcore characters, that I was kind of thinking we should try it on P99 Red, because they got a 50% XP bonus on there, and they got the bonus increases drastically every group member you add. It's almost like, to me it seems like it's almost like you're still getting solo experience for each kill, even in a group. So you could really make fast progress, not have to do as much grinding if you were to do a hardcore on P99 Red. So, you know, I would be down to try it again on P99 Red, but Quorum just, you can see how this XP is getting. I'm level 2 and I'm killing level 1 mobs, you know, like a good level 2 should. I'm getting like 1% per kill, which isn't horrible because you can kill fast, but it feels a little slower than what I remember, you know what I mean? Anyway, we're getting there. I'm having trouble finding enough skeletons, but they're around. Oh, they're getting in fights with the froglocks and stuff. He stole my kill, but that's okay. I'll get him. I should have killed the froglock first, and then I would have gotten the bone chips, because those are really what I'm after right now. But actually the cloth armor is a huge plus. Since we've started, we've gotten shoulders, legs, and a new chest off of these guys. Alright guys, turn the camera back on because we're about to ding. I like to catch the ding on camera. Why not? Just gonna take maybe 2 or 3 more kills. Probably just 2. Get more bone chips. We have more than enough snakeskin. It's 2 to every 1. So 2 snakeskins for every bones. Oh, that 1 kill did it right there. Alright. Well, I mean, I could use more bone chips. So I'm just gonna kill this guy real quick. And this guy. And then I think we'll head in. Fingers crossed on some more armor. Maybe. Nope. That's okay. I think it might be a while before we can kill the froglock, so it will give us froglock meat. So I think we'll throw these skins, which are part of the quest, in the bank. These tadpole skins. Until we're ready for them. That'll free up an extra slot. Hopefully after we do these quest turn-ins, we can get at least 2 backpacks. That would be awesome. Alright, I looked up each item before I sold it, only to find that I think I made enough gold. I sold the ones that aren't for quests, which are all the other ones besides the ones we've already discussed, and I think from that, I have enough gold now to buy a backpack before we go to the trainer. Oh, I forgot, because of our charisma, backpacks are 7 gold. Well, what if I were to sell these tadpoles 2 copper? Nah, we'll keep that. Keep that for the quests. Alright, so we'll have to come back for the backpack. That's no biggie. We're running into our shaman guildmaster right now. She's the one that we turn in the bone chips and the snakeskins to. Let's see how this works. 1 bone chip, 2 snakeskins. Nothing. She just ate it. Okay, so hold on. Let me double check that quest. Okay, it does say Caglari. So let's try hailing. Wish magic power. Wish magic power. I should read it for the video. Snort hooks. Peh. You speak at Caglari, High Priestess of Dark Ones. Children of Hate. Spawn of Inruk, Marlak. Speaker Pico. You wish magic power? Wish magic power. Good. Inrak needs more children. You show magic skill or I give Inrak. You bring 2 snake scales and 2 bone chips from old bones. I teach you magic. Go. Huh. So P99 it says, oh, it does say 2. I misread it. Oh. I don't know if she gave it back or not. She might have just given it back. Okay. Alright, we got a spell we actually need, which is cool. And we got some experience. Let's see how much we got. I didn't pay attention last time, so let's pay attention this time. We're at 5%. Goes up to 10%, so we're getting 5% per turn-in. Not bad. Okay, now we need to memorize or scribe this spell. And go sell the other one, do a couple more turn-ins, sell them. And then once we think we have enough gold, go buy a backpack. And then come back, because the backpack's not far. That way I don't have to keep interrupting and going to sell every two spells. So we just go over here, and here's a vendor right next to us. We can sell this for 1 silver, 5 copper. So we're not gonna make that much money off of this. I hope we can still make enough though. I'm gonna level up some more piercing, because I know we're eventually gonna get a spear, which will be nice. Now I wonder, would it be a violation of self-found to like hang out at Misty Thicket and try to pick up a spear off of a halfling deputy? Yeah, I think that would be a violation. That'd be a nice spear though. So after all of that, I'm pretty sure we still don't have enough for a backpack. It's close. Let's see, 115 copper. That's like 1 gold. So we got 3 gold, and then another 3 gold, 6. We had like 6.8, and it's like 7 point something, which is a real bummer to be so close. But let's see if there's another sort of a medicine bag. Those are even more. I was hoping to have something a little less expensive, smaller even. A belt pouch, capacity 4, only costs 1 gold, so we're gonna definitely buy a belt pouch. And he only has 1 of them. Wow, that's interesting. Okay. Alright. So I think we're gonna call the video here. I might go grind a bit more, but the kids are gonna get up soon. So yeah, we're already level 3, making decent progress. Maybe, now that I still have some money, maybe I should go see what other spells. You know, I don't think I need them. Like, I could do a dexterous aura. That would help my melee skills level faster. Okay, let's go get dexterous aura. But yeah, we're just gonna keep grinding it out here. Hopefully catch up to my buds. I will see you guys in the next episode of our new Self-Found series. But it will also have the hardcore series in there. We'll occasionally group with them. And see how things go. Oh, wait. Let's do a better one than that. There we go. See you guys.